Hello, John Stevens. Got 6 guests in the next room. We just finished dinner. I'm now going to make dessert. I want to show you how to portion control it. We're going to serve poached apples with a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla ice cream. Very simple, but very, very tasty. The apples are all Granny Smith sous vide. I typically, on a weekend, do sometimes 25 of these. Cut them up, quarter them, put them in the bag, put them in the sous vide bath at 185 for about an hour. The cal index for an apple, Granny Smith apple, is 0.51. That means the caloric density, number of calories per gram, is 0.5. So this bag weighs 165 grams. Bag is about 6 grams, so that means it's 159 grams. So it represents about 81 calories. One of the important messages I want to make sure you get is I can look at this bag and I can look at the apple, I can look at that apple, and I can tell you how much it weighs. I know most of the cal indices by heart, and I can tell you how many calories it has. I'm completely calorie calibrated. That's what happens when you follow the Carnot diet after about 3 or 4 weeks. You start to look at things in a completely different way. You know in advance what you're going to eat, and you know how many calories it represents, and you can pretty much guess calorie index as well as the number of calories. So let's get started. Plate, we'll put this on. First of all, this scale has to be in grams. I'm going to tar this out, zero it. So it's now 0, and there's the plate. These poached apples have been Carnot certified by my 6-year-old grandson and my 3-year-old grandson. You can cut the bag as I'm cutting it right now, cut them out of the bag, and give them to a 3-year-old or a 6-year-old without adding sugar, without adding butter, without adding even ice cream, and they'll gobble them down. How good these are. These taste very good. On the so I'm just going to garnish the plate, plate these up. You know, when you do a bag, you can put it in the refrigerator, as I said. They'll keep for minimum 3-4 months, probably 6 months. pH on apples is 3.9. And they're in this bag at 185 for over an hour, so there are no pathogens in this bag. It's probably pretty safe. They probably will keep even longer than that, but we try to eat them within 3 to 4 months after we sous vide them. Okay, so we now have 158 grams, and next big item is the ice cream. Let's get the ice cream. We want to, again, zero the plate out, 40 grams. Now I'm going to dish this on slowly. I can tell you this is about 3 spoons. We want to do 44 grams. That works out to be 100 calories. Now, I'll show you why I know that in a second. But let's get this to 44 grams first. 43, one more. Okay, so there we are, 44 grams, 45. Okay, that's good enough. So when you're doing a product like ice cream, it's high risk. You want to check it a couple times. You look at the back, and it says serving size 96 grams, half a cup. That number 96 varies a lot with things like ice cream, because air can be added, lots of things can be added that move the value of a half a cup up and down. 220 calories per serving. So you take the 220 calories divided by 96 grams, and you get how many calories per gram this has, and you the cal index, so it's 2.29. So this is Julie's organic vanilla ice cream. So we're now sitting here with a dish that has about 180 total calories. Final Final thing I'm going to add is just a little garnish cinnamon. This has a cal index of 3.8. I doubt we can even add a gram. It's probably going to be, we're going to assume it is a gram, but let's assume it's a gram. That 3.8 means it's 3.8 calories. It's not a lot. So you don't want to put a lot of cinnamon on. You just want to put a little bit just to make it look nice and give it a nice flavor. A little bit on the plate, a little bit on the ice cream. So we're now finished. I've got 6 guests in the next room. I've done the other, 5 guests, including me. I've done the other 5. I've got to get this in and serve it. One of the important points I want to make, though, before I rush off, I can look at this plate and tell you it's about 200 calories. I've done this enough, and I'm completely calibrated. I know the ice cream, I know the pears, I know apples, I know celery, I know carrots, and so on. And the whole point of the Carnot diet plan is to get yourself calibrated so you don't have to do what I just did. But you do the portion control the way I did it, 20, 30, 50 times, you get really good at estimating. Cal index for this entire dessert is 0.91, 0.91. So we're talking about 185, 183 total calories. Thanks very much. I'm going to rush off and serve this. Wish you could join us.